Welcome to Season 6, Episode 36 of the Be Conscious podcast. Here I will discuss the money construct. Here we go.
Welcome to the Be Conscious podcast, the show that brings you enlightened perspectives on the frequency of money, life's many challenges, and those heavy feelings that may be holding you back from living your best life. And now your host, Dr. Susan Nicholas.
Human constructs are theories and ideologies that exist only in the minds of people. They are not relevant in the broader context of existence. These constructs inform the way we think, perceive, the way we behave, and believe. A few of the primary constructs that are thriving on Earth today include time, money, race, religion, and gender roles. And these are just to name a few. These are theories of how things should be or should work in the physical realm. You see, constructs do not exist in the absence of human beings. Essentially, constructs are man-made, which means they can be changed. They are theories and paradigms that change and shift over centuries to suit those in the highest seats of power. They are ideologies designed to manage populations, appease doubting hearts and questioning minds. Now, the danger of some of these constructs is that they are harmful to still unconscious people who do not yet know that there is more to life than the forces controlling humanity. This discussion will not be about banking, financing, investments, retirement accounts, crypto, or any type of money management vehicles or advice. There are plenty of other places where you can find those topics. This talk is a more personal one. It is a discussion about the essence of our money and about the experiences that have created our money story. Our money story is really about our relationship with money and the core beliefs, traumas, and feelings from our past that shapes our money experience. In very basic terms, money is a means of exchange. It signifies an attempt to value our products and services to one another. So if we can think about money in this way, it's quite neutral. It's not good or bad, up or down, in or out. It's simply an instrument of value and exchange. Now we say things like money flows. We give it names like currency, cash, or bills. And we create slang terms and euphemisms for money too, particularly when our money experiences are harsh or traumatic. We also refer to money as power, like an energy, where we are empowered in the presence of money, and in its absence, we feel disempowered. Essentially, we charge or infuse money with our emotions, feelings, and beliefs. And these feelings and beliefs are born out of our experiences, past and present, with money. Many have killed for money, married for money, or committed unspeakable acts for money. There are often crimes committed and lies told as to how money is earned, obtained, or spent. We have a lot of history when it comes to money, and it is for these reasons and many others that I believe not only do we have a relationship with money, but that our money is very much alive and indeed has its own unique consciousness. Now, everyone who uses money has a money story or a money history, and thereby embodies beliefs about money. Growing up poor is a common reason many people hold on to limiting beliefs about money for their entire lifetime. And I think framing money in this way can help us to distinguish between us as an individual and us as a character in our money story. How many of you have heard of someone state that they are poor or broke or rich or wealthy? When it comes to poverty in our money story, what it is that is poor is the circumstance, not the individual. In the same way, if we see poverty as an experience, we can then perhaps see our experience as only temporary, with the ability to change or to even transform it. You see, no condition is permanent, certainly not the very best of circumstances, nor the most deprived of situations. Our experiences surrounding money are, in fact, fluid, ebbing and flowing depending on time and circumstance. And money is also subject to perception. There are many forces and situations that frame our perceptions about money. For example, many of us believe that money is scarce, limited, or even hard to come by. We are constantly being reminded of that, while at the same time, there are trillions upon trillions of dollars circulating around the world, essentially enough for every living being to have more than enough of it. Now, others will feel that money is plentiful, abundant, easy to come by, and this is based upon their respective experiences. So which perspective is true? Maybe it's not a question of scarcity or abundance, but a question of access to the flow of capital. Other perceptions, experiences around money include shame, worry, guilt, greed, pain, frustration, anger, and fear. But we can also feel joy, happiness, and freedom in the presence of money. There are religious beliefs infused in our money story. Some will believe money is dirty or even evil. Some will be tight with money, where others are free with money. Many of us will agree that our time is money. We put a value on our time in terms of money. The interplay of money and happiness is a recurring theme in our society. Some will feel money enables experiences that lend to our happiness, or at the very least, having money helps us not to worry about money. There is also the distinction between having material riches and true wealth. And others will feel that these are one and the same. Ask yourself, is having money true wealth? Personally, I subscribe to the idea of a continuum of wealth that encompasses our good health and our relationships, autonomy over the resource that is our time, where we get to choose how and where we spend our time. You see, true wealth is far more than just dollars and cents, in my view. It embodies our joy and creativity, our talents and ideas, our opportunities, collaborations, and connections. When we take inventory of our true selves, we find that we are infinitely wealthy, that we possess infinite potentials. You may have not thought about money as an energetic force or something that you have a relationship with. But if you look inside yourself, you would know that we are all in a relationship with money. But we are often in an unconscious relationship with this powerful force that we call our money. Some of us love money, others hate it. And some will have nothing to do with it, while still others have a love-hate relationship with money. And when I say unconscious relationship, I mean that we may not realize how we feel, relate to, behave with or without, what we believe, what we say, and think about money, it actually matters. Or how we interact with money may actually have an effect on how our money shows up for us and plays out in our lives. Our money story is very convoluted because it is generational, even ancestral. And money touches just about every aspect of our physical existence. So, why is money a human construct? Money is a human construct because it is created by human beings, and the only value that money has is its consensus value. Think about some of the financial instruments we have today. For instance, the blockchain, which is a record of transactions made in a digital currency and is maintained across several computers in a peer-to-peer network. All it requires is consensus belief to create currency like the blockchain or cryptocurrencies. And what about a non-fungible token or an NFT? It is also a record in a blockchain that is associated with a particular digital or physical object or asset. One such NFT is now a very famous PDF. It's a digital file by the artist Mike Winkelmann. Some may recognize this as the artist Beeple. And it was sold at Christie's auction house for $69 million in March of 2021. You see, anyone can create currency and determine its value. Value is simply what we believe it is. Just think about your favorite retailer or service provider. They may have created points or tokens that have value on their respective platforms, anywhere from airlines and credit card issuers to local Starbucks or the mom and pop shop. Now, you may be aghast at the sale of a digital artwork for $69 million. But think about the money that we call dollars and cents in whichever language or country it is on the planet. Are these newer currencies really different? What is real money to most people? What we call real money, the one that we can touch and feel in our hands, not the digital or cryptocurrencies. It's called fiat money, and it's a currency that is not backed by any commodity like gold and silver, like it had once been in the past. And then it is simply declared legal tender by our respective governments. It is paper printed and reprinted with a number on it and some fancy designs. And our coins, our other money, physical money, are simply pressed metals. And since 1969, at least in the United States, they're actually called clad coins, made of nickel, copper, and zinc, pressed together in a layer like a sandwich. Or perhaps the money that you're used to, or perhaps the money that you think is real, the money that's in your bank account, for example, is merely a number display on a digital screen. How many of us have actually seen the money in our bank accounts, particularly if we deem the balance large in our estimation? For most of us, our real money is merely a digital currency being transacted through computers. When we get down to the root of it, money, currency, and particularly value are all a manifestation of human beliefs. And beliefs, as we know, can change.
Thanks for listening to the Be Conscious podcast with author, TEDx international speaker, and conscious coach, Dr. Susan Nicholas. Be sure to connect with her to stay up to date with her latest news and works. Learn more about her conscious speaking platform at susannicholas.org/speaking. Stay tuned for the next thought-provoking episode. And whether you are coming or going, looking inside or out, remember to be conscious.